All right, class. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Man, that's weak. Seriously. Rafa,
What's up?
good morning.
Good night.
It's still morning. Still morning. Okay. All right. So, on this one right here, listen up. Okay, I'll go back to this again. There's Saturday school tomorrow. It is 8:30 till like 11:30. So, you can bring up your grade. The quiz recovery, where a lot of people are not doing it, need to. Okay. So, if you know what, it's mainly that you could get the notes that you need to try and get your notebook ready because you've been gone for the last 14, 13 out of the last 14 days. So I'm not implying there's anyone in here like that. Okay, so now there's some people that are super bored with going over this. This is the same lesson every day for the past week now. It's the same thing over and over. We're doing the same problems over and over again. So, if you're one of those people, you know what? In between copying this down, work on your assignment. Work ahead. Get the stuff done. You might even be done before I'm even done with the notes. Okay? All right, today, hashtag what?
45.
Today's date?
51.
There you go. Okay, so I'm going to start by writing this out. B to the y is equal to x log base b of x is equal to my y. What's the other one I use? ln, but that would be e to the y equals, very good, and then it would be ln of x equals y. I keep writing this down all the time. Hopefully you're putting it on your paper at the very start. Okay, this is your tool. We're going back and forth in between these things. Okay, which one of these don't belong? So now for this one is kind of tricky, but we're going to go through and just identify certain things of this. So everything is different in its own way. So the f of x right here, so the problem f of x, what is my b value in that problem?
4.
Nope.
Oh, 0.75.
Yep. 0.75. This is my b value here, right? Okay, this would be my p value. If you remember, my p value was the initial. So my b value is this. All right. How about on g of x? What is my b value? Yes, there it is. It's going to be a base e. H of x.
0.4.
It's going to be 4. Very good. Because this is my initial value here, right? And if you guys remember, it's PRT, right? So
Initial value?
it should be. Depends on the type. Like, I can't say all the time, but if it's this times this, and this number's being raised to the power, this is my R value. Okay, my R value, or in this case, it is my B value, my base.
So that's the value on top.
Yeah, so this is my variable here, right? Okay, and what about my last one?
Log.
No, it is not 1.
X.
It's not X. It's what? It is 10. Good job. So, did you guys hear that?
Oh, yeah.
The base on this one is going to be 10. If it doesn't have a base, if it's a log without a base, it's implied that it's going to be base 10. You do get credit for that. Good job. All right, all you people on YouTube land, Gashom gets credit for yelling out 10. Good job, Gashom. Okay, good.
How much?
Okay, so now, Gashom is now World Star famous. All right. Kind of like how, Gama's World Star famous. Anyway, all right. This next one says, okay, colony 1,000 bacteria double in population every hour. Okay, so we're going to go through and do a couple things on this. Now, this is worded weird. It's worded weird. Okay? Now, I'm going to rewrite this to make this a little bit easier. Okay, this is my initial. Okay, doubles in population every hour. Explain why you could write this to represent number of hours it takes for 1,000 bacteria, population of X thousands. Now, I'm going to rewrite this how we have been doing it.
I think I lost the pass.
You lost the pass?
No, I lost the pass.
Okay. H. H represents which variable? Hours. Thank you. Hours equals log base 2. Now, instead of writing X, what does X actually represent here? 1,000 what? Of my population. So I'm just going to put a P here. Because in this, it sounds weird and they explain things weird. You know, the population, they're stating with X where it's not very applicable. It's not easy to actually go through and do. Okay, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to rewrite it in exponential form. In exponential form, what is my base? 2. Okay, so I'm rewriting in exponential form. Here's my exponential form here, right? And it's going to be raised to what power here?
P.
P or H?
Oh, H.
H, very good. Equals
I got it.
P.
the P, right? There we go. So, I'm going to have two different equations. I have this one here, this one here. They're both from the same thing. This one, I'm solving for population. I put in hours, and I get population. This one right here, I put in population, and I get hours. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So, I don't know. Someone's watching a movie. All right, so complete the table with corresponding values of H. Now, like I said, I'm going to change this. This is my population. Okay, so this is my population. So, it was just weird, but it makes it a little bit easier. So, that means I'm plugging in the population and solving for the, say, hours. Yes? Okay, am I making sense or am everyone just falling asleep? Okay, so, I don't know. Yeah, George is kind of falling asleep. You know, he's checking out his Instagram right there. Okay.
Don't you check out your Instagram?
Yeah, I'm on there all the time. That's how I make all that extra money. Okay, I'm a Instagram model. All right. So, this one right here. So we're solving for the H. So I'm going to use this one right here. So let's go ahead and use the calculator to help you do this. So if I'm solving for H, I'm going to plug in this. I'm going to plug in for this. So it's going to be log base 2 of 1. Put it in the calculator. Quit staring at me awkwardly. Everyone, pick up your calculator.
0.
Really? Really? You're going to tell me you do not have... No, oh my goodness.
Should make a video.
You know, it's almost like I have 40 videos of how to put stuff in the calculator. So, hey, look, here's today's. Watch this. Now, how do I find log?
You click Control.
Control and
To the X, there's yellow.
10 to the X. Hey, look, there it is.
Right. You put 2.
I put 2?
Yep.
Dang, you're a super fast learner because you just said that you don't know how to do any of
Yeah,
this.
I don't know.
And what am I plugging in right here? What am I putting right there?
1.
1. And what am I going to hit?
0.
Bam, what's my answer?
0. I still don't know how to do it.
What part don't you know how to do? What's up? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
So I just put 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
I like every time you say something, someone's like moving their chair or something. No, it's not. Yeah, so no. This one's fine. Just here. So I see what you mean by that, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we are not playing with our phone, George, or we might have trouble passing later because that phone, checking your Instagram is not helpful. Please, right now, fill in the rest for this table. Fill in the rest for this table.
Okay. How come the last short, that's what you put it there?
They are going to be decimals, that's why.
Oh, man.
They are what they are. Okay, let's see. All right. So now we're solving 4. So we plug it in 2. What do we get? 4 we get. 8 we get. 16 we get. 5 we get. Or I'm sorry, 50 we get.
5.64.
5.6. There we go. And 80?
6.3.
6.3. Very good. Okay, so.
I'm scared.
Okay, so let's look. Let me see. Each one of these is 2. So that means, so hours. Okay, so there is 1,000 in 0 hours. So 0 hours and 1,000. So here is right here. Next one is, there is at 2, which is right here. There is 1 hour, which is right there. Okay, because it's going this way, so it's 2 and up 1. Each one of these little boxes is worth 2. Let's see the next one. So it's 4. Okay, so 4 is 2, 4 right there. And it's up to 3. And the next one's going to be 8. No, 4 is up to 2. 2, there, sorry. Not that one. And 8 is up to 3. Something looked wrong. 8's up to 3. 16's at 4. 10, 12, 14, 16 is up to 4. 50, which is way over here, is 5.6. 5.6. Right about there. And 80, which is way over here, is going to be 6.3. Right about there. So, if we did this right, I'm not very good at drawing those curves. All right, there we go. So we connected the dots. Okay, we sketched it in there. Now let's go through and look at it. Use the graph to estimate missing values in the table. So, remember, this is my population p-value, right? So what is 10 between? It's between 3 and 4, isn't it? Because if you look at my table, and that's why I'm going here, so 10 is between 8 and 16, isn't it? So my value means it's got to be between 3 and 4, but it's closer to... It's closer to 3. So let's say 3.3. So that's making an estimate of what we have. 24. So it's in between 4 and 5.6, isn't it? 4.3. Yeah.
4.2 would do more.
4.2.
It's from 60 to 50.
Yeah. Okay. But this is also 5.6 though.
Oh shit, so maybe 4.3 or 4.
Okay, 4.3. I'm happy with that. It's a good estimate, and you're making good observations about where it's at. And what about 72?
It'd be 5.8.
It's between 5.6 and 6.3, right? It's closer to.
5.9.
Okay, it's closer to 6.3, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So
5.8.
5.9. How about just 6? I'm thinking just 6. But you guys are making good points about it. 5.9 would be a good one. 6 is good.
No, we get it. You just showed 6.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully we're not finding this too hard.
I still
What part?
all of it.
No, I need to actually like help you. You gotta give me like a you can't say all of it. Be like, okay, this is called a paper. Okay, see this? This is the color blue.
I don't even know what log is.
You don't know what log is? Okay, what's the opposite of multiplication? How do you undo a multiplication? Division.
Oh shit.
Okay, the opposite of addition is subtraction. So if I am going to undo an addition, I would subtract it. If I would undo a division, I'm going to multiply it, right? So log is the opposite. It's how to undo an exponential. These exponential by rewriting this. So we're able to rewrite it. So what we're trying to actually do when my variable is up here, it's the difference in between 3 to the x and x to the third. We could solve for this one real easy, right? I would cube root to solve it. I can't do the same thing. I can't x root to solve for this. And so we have to rewrite it in log form. That's all we're doing. Okay? And we're using our calculator to try and get it. So this one right here is going to be the same thing. Earlier we saw that h is equal to log base 2 of x represents the number of hours for 1,000 bacteria, doubling every hour to reach population of x thousand. Suppose the function d defined by d of x is equal to log base 10 of x represents the number of days it takes for 1,000 of another species of bacteria to reach a population of x. Okay, now, first, I'm going to rewrite it. X represents my what? Say population.
Population.
So I'm going to say log base 10 of p. And this is supposed to be equal to
Oh, D.
d, and d represents my
Days.
days. There we go. This is a better way of writing it if I go through and look, because it's going to be a d of x and an x, just substitute it with what we know what it is talking about. Okay? So now that means if I plug in the what? What is this? P. What does P represent? Population. If I plug in my population, my answer is in days. Okay? Let's rewrite this now. This is the log form. Let's rewrite it as an exponent. Right, Jocelyn? I'm going to rewrite this as an exponent. What's my base? 10. What's the exponent of this? What is it? It's not P. Let's look. Here, I'm going to go back to the other page. So we're changing this, right, into this. Changing this into this. So I will rewrite it over here again. We have b to the y equals x, and I have log base b of x equals y. So all I'm doing is rewriting this. So this 10 is my base that goes right there, right? Now, my exponent for this is going to be what? D, right? Because it comes from out here. That's where it goes. And that's supposed to be equal to P. So now in this terms right here, it's saying that if I plug in the what is this? Days.
I want to say population.
If I plug in the days, it gives me the population. Yes. So if I plug in the days, it gives me the population. This one, if I plug in the population, it gives me days. So both of these are going to be useful here. Now, we are going to graph both of these. Graph this in my F1, and this one's going to be in my F2. Check your scratch pad. Let's go ahead and graph this in my F1 and F2. And we're going to use vars here in a minute.
How you do that?
So F1, okay, it's going to be log base 10. Yep, very good. Of X. Now, what's going to help here is I know that this function is solving for D, which is going to be days, right? Okay, good. So I'm going to hit enter here. And this is going to be however many days. It's solving for days. Okay, not yet. Okay, so now the next one we're doing, hit tab. And I'm going to put in my other one. It's going to be 10 to the, very good, so 10 to the X. And that one's going to be solving for, yeah, my population. Let's change our window. Actually, you know what? Let's not even mess with the window. Let's get out. Nope. We're going to use vars instead.
Okay.
Okay, so now, the question I'm asking for, okay, we put it in here. We're using vars. ARS, right? Use your graph to estimate. So now, what is it asking for here? What am I asking to solve for? Days. Which one of my functions does days? The first one. So let's use vars and plug in 50. Plug in. So what does that say? What's it say?
F of 50 equals 1,000, aka it's 1.6 days.
1.6 days. That's what I'm looking for, right? So D of 50. Yeah, 1.7. So D of 50 is 1.7 days. So it takes 1.7 days, okay, for the population to reach 50. Now, what about the next one? The next one says 20,000.
Bars 1 to 20,000.
Yep.
Whoa.
Oh, that's what I did the wrong one. Bars 1. There we go. So, what does that mean?
It takes 4.3 days for the population to reach 20,000.
Very good.
Wow.
Now let's look at this next one here. Estimate or find the population after 5 days. So, I'm trying to find the what?
Population.
Population. So that one's going to be my F2, isn't it?
Right.
So, that one's going to be
100,000.
P of 5 is 100,000. Very good. And in 5 days, the population is going to be 100,000 people. Pretty easy. If you're using your calculator and actually following along, I'm hoping it's actually not bad. Okay, I just see a lot of people playing on their phone instead of actually doing this. So, it's all right. Okay, like, share, and subscribe.